Good afternoon, everyone. There is so many of you again. Thank you for that. Well, it's a Sunday, and since there is nothing else to do, we come together to share support. So today, we will be continuing the conference that we launched in Moscow, and those of you who attended or watched the conference in Moscow know that we've been saving some information for this conference in Ekaterinburg. I'm Kirill Doronin, representing Finiko, and I think you know that. And our whole space is called Finiko now, I think. And today we will be focusing on dialogue, mostly. So we will be basically taking you through where we started, the path we have walked, and where we're moving, because practice shows that your direction is the most important thing to share information about. Then we'll be having questions and answers. But before that, we will be talking about what's important for 90 minutes with some slides. And then we will have 90 minutes for questions and answers, not like in Moscow, because we had a busy schedule there. So today we will be basically talking about who we are, what we do, what could pique your interest, and what we can offer you. If some of you have been with us for more than a year, maybe you have your own thoughts to share. And then we will have live dialogue, like I said, to express your opinions and thoughts, even if you disagree. Everything we're talking about, you have to be critical of, and critical thinking is the leading driver of our company. Those people who have selected or chosen our products are know that our products are different from many other MLM companies because we make you answer the question of why you need Finiko. First, you have to decide on that, and then you can pursue your dreams and goals and everything with our products. Okay, let's go. Our platform is called Finiko. You all know that. The main website of our company is the Finiko.com. 3 years ago, when we were thinking about the model of operation, basically for a company, we saw us as a profit generation platform, which was called the Finiko.com. This is our leading model. The best thing we can profit from is stock exchanges and markets and crypto markets. When we were starting, we were focusing on stock markets, but in the past 2 years, the potential of cryptocurrencies has been growing. And now the focus of our attention has been shifting to those markets also. So basically our main skill is generating profits on markets. I won't be focusing on the things I have said many times before. Let's just picture this. Let's say this is like this 0 point or starting point where we are. This is the period of 2 years that we have come. So our key product is CTI or Index. It's like this investment box. And if you own it, you get profits. And you know all the risks. You know your own risks. So it's a collaboration and joint effort between us. So it's between 0.8 to 1% per day of profits that you are entitled to. You know how it works. If you don't know, ask those who know, because I think those people invited you. CTI works like this. So this is your crypto capital, let's call it that, and it's transferred to us so they can work with it across different markets. And then we split the profit. So the first part goes to the investor, the holder of the index. The second part goes to those people whom profited, made the profits, the traders. And the third part is the company as the mastermind behind all this, behind this mechanism. Then CTI1 and CTI2 emerge. CTI1 is a product for professional investors who can take risks, and the minimum amount is at 20,000 USDT. Index 2 costs from 1,000, and the reinvestment step is from 1,000 electronic dollars. The next product that followed, that ensued, is repay your debt. Basically the same thing, but it's tailored to certain needs. There's lots of debts out there, people in debts, and if you can't pay them off, it may be because of your slow financial thinking. So it's about teaching you how to think properly, but it's not enough sometimes. You have to make or take some steps to make sure that your passive income starts paying for your debts, your loans, and it's all part of this ZVZ 35% product, and this is what it's called, and we paid back or off in 10 minutes. There is thousands or tens of thousands of cases like that. If you want to see reviews or comments, those made by bloggers, and those people, and those videos are made by people who use those products because they were very enthusiastic, very elated. And those videos are out there available of people talking about that. It's not a complicated, complex product. Check it out. The next product is this. It's about real estate and cars, about your assets, which can be your car or your apartment. And we can offer you to buy it for 35% of the total amount. Say you're looking to buy an apartment to the tune of 10 million rubles. So you deposit 3.5 million rubles and then some fee, which is insignificant, and in 120 days, an amount lands to this investment box, which you can use to buy the apartment. So 10 million arrives there. There's thousands of cases like that of people buying cars and apartments using those products. Some people buy land plots, some people buy bikes, and anything that moves, anything that comes with a registration certificate confirming your ownership. The next thing or product is Finiko Life and Finiko Product. And then there came another product, a separate product. So Finiko Life is about basically giving you a chance to pay regularly for something that you pay on a regular basis for, like the utilities bill, your kids' tuition, your own, some educational courses, or some treatment bill. Maybe it's not you, but it's your relatives. And so basically, Finiko offers you those financial models, and you can basically save twice as much by using those products, and you can do it at the same time. Basically, you can start a number of processes at the same time, and there is enough money, and you will have enough money for that. And for this, you have Finiko Life and Finiko Product. This is what I call do what you will, but you gotta have money. And this phrase or motto was more about you developing. I always think of this manager's motto: anything that can be misunderstood in a company will be misunderstood. So nobody was thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or using the tools of Finiko, like using the apartment program for buying office premises. But I really wanted to drive the business acumen of people. I wanted people to become entrepreneurs. I wanted them to grow, to expand their horizons, to improve their skills and scope of education. And so in terms of our message, it became obvious that we needed to move on to another plane of development. So in this phase of our company is called Do What You Will and Make Money and Improve the World. And this is when the cashback service emerged. It was basically a kind of a protest against this. Lots of people have come to us, and they say, some of them said that they had the coolest cashback service system. And whenever I said how it makes it so cool, they would said that all of a sudden it came with some, points or scores, and you could only use it in some stores. So it's really nonsense. And in order to use this cashback option, you had to deposit a crazy amount of money first. But using this service that we offer, you can shop anywhere in the world and buy anything, and the receipts will be accepted. So basically, no matter where you shop, no matter the country, no matter the amount, you get 15 to 25% back in cash from the amount of your receipt. And this is our leading product now because it represents, well, the financial thinking that we promote. And you can do this because we're all about money and pleasure. So basically here, no matter what you buy, starting from the first day, from the first registered receipt, your cashback starts accumulating. But we keep moving. We are always moving. And the people who will speak after me are here we're all here to basically generate different services. And based on the skills that we have honed in the past 2.5 years, we are starting to offer some new solutions across traditional markets, across MLM markets. And the reason why we came up with this, the basic thing that made us generate all of that was health. And one of the projects that we're launching right now is also very important because health depends on some things that you do. And apart from that, it's about who you are, because we're all made up of atoms and molecules and all those little different things. But each and every one of us is an individual. However, we're all united by something similar that came from Genesis, if you will. We are not medical professionals, but we still believed that we could use an engineering approach to the body to, say, increase the lifespan, to look at age not as a natural process, but a disease that can be eliminated. We have not yet found a solution that can guarantee that you will live forever. However, we have found tools that can minimize the ill effects of age. The first thing is the mineral balance of a person, because Finiko is like a congregation of different projects. And now, in a nutshell, I want to tell you this. In the lobby, you may have seen those Doronium products, vials. And this is the current chapter of our history. So Doronium is about substances. It's active substances. It's but no salts, no mixtures. They come in nanoparticles, in high concentrations, in a high density. They're not even active substances. Some labs say they are high dispersity or highly concentrated systems or substances. You know these minerals very well, but it's hard to obtain them in pure form in nature. But since we do it in nano sizes, they are delivered to the cell directly. And this is an innovation. It's a breakthrough. What works well right now is silver, zinc, gold, and magnesium. Silver is like a major antiseptic. I have given you my example. I can share the examples of the people I know. And by using this vial, it took them just 3 days to get rid of different symptoms, coughs and snot, running noses, and regeneration improves, inflammation is decreased. So it's basically a natural antibiotic that kills 90% of viruses, apart from antibiotics that kill 3 to 5%, at the same time killing your stomach. Zinc is also needed, magnesium, over 3,000 ferments in your body. The problem with the magnesium is this: no matter what kind of magnesium you offer me, it will be not pure, with some salts or nitrates, which means that the body will have to spend more energy consuming it. So these are the projects. This is a project that's already working. It's a breakthrough, it's an innovation, and our partners get it for free. Well, basically for free. You have to make a deposit, and then once a month you get this nano medical kit, as we call it, with your monthly intake of silver or minerals, and then you can take your deposit back anytime, and the shipments will stop. I mean, we want your deposit forever, and you want these minerals for free by capitalizing on your health, like this. Another project that is emerging, or projects, they have to do with what comes next, because in late 2020, we started thinking about our strategy. All of our products were working, and we wanted to scale up. But now, our strategy is this. First, you have to make sure you can make money. The second thing, whether you will be able to preserve your family capital in the next 25 years. So I came up with a plan. We came up with a plan, and we basically, and this is where we are right now. This is this 0 point, and this is today, in the first 2 years. So based on our new competencies that we came up, and the structure, and we have lots of happy and content consumers now, because without health, why do you need money? Shrouds have no pockets. So we're focusing on health. At the same time, we're offering financial products. So we came up with this 3-year period and 5 to 7 years period, and the overall period is 25 years. We're all grown-ups here. You know that things are very rapid right now. Sometimes something that was promised to emerge in 25 years comes next year. So the term of technological singularity means that with each new invention, the time period it requires goes down by 2. So basically, our job now is to lead, like be a leader in all these projects in the near foreseeable future. This is today. This is minus 2 years. We introduced cashback, and it's developing not only in Russia but in Europe, in the CIS countries, post-Soviet countries. Now we're in talks with some African countries and some partners who basically work abroad. And now this cashback service is gallivanting around the world. The next thing that we want to be global is fin to fin. It's about loans. You've all heard about it because we've been broadcasting it. Starting today, we will be starting the process of capital generation for this product. So it's a P2P platform where one person can loan some money to another person. Some accounts can be held by a venture fund or some partners of Finiko. And then we have projects that are associated with tokens, FNKs. More detailed information will be given by MaratSabirov. He came to us. And please mind the tax element, because now legislation is becoming more rigorous in terms of cryptocurrencies, or the tax regulator is taking a more correct approach to crypto market regulation, and FNK has some benefits in some regards as opposed to traditional cryptocurrencies. So we have come up with a plan here for the next 5 years. The reason why I'm drawing it like this is because some of the things some profits can be made here. Some people who bought it in the very beginning bought it and it spiked, and also the dollar exchange rate spiked, and people made some money off of that. There is lots of coins out there, you might say, like this. Blockchain coins and all that. But what we care about is the difference that the FNK token makes. And Marat will paint a better picture of this. And our new flagship project is the high charity token, which allows you not only to be a good doer, a charitor, but also it can help you do it smart. Because if we can generate money, since we generate money, and we are responsible because we help others, because we pay taxes, and we've been supporting for the last 2 years children with cerebral palsy. I'll be honest with you, initially I wasn't paying too much attention, but this direction, this area kept growing, and initially we ended up with 800 children receiving care because of us. It's not like we do it once or twice a year. No, we've been giving them rehabilitation procedures, paying the bill for that, and many other things. So now we want to expand that. Maybe we could come up with a sports camp using the high token capital. So we chip in, and then different social projects are fulfilled, like canteens for poor, sports centers, some education projects. What I want to come up in is courses, because educational courses, because some of us missed a lot of things in school. And these courses could help you improve your critical thinking so that you won't fall for con artists. Those who know what my hobbies are know that I love when life is functional, because when you can do something once and forget about it. Sometimes when you're talking to a person, you may notice that they're not as educated as you are, because you cannot drive something home to them. And if we could just improve the literacy of some people across many aspects, it would be great. We would be more efficient. So education for adults is a great thing to do. We could come up with those and hire leading teachers and professors. It could be all online, or it could be audio courses, but it could improve or expand your scope and horizons in this world under the sun, which would help you understand what kind of person you are. Because if you are a human, why are you a human? It's a philosophical question. But how do you measure it? And we decided to measure it with this token. So if you can measure it with how many tokens you have. This is how we see it. This is our challenge, basically, for the future, to create this breeding ground environment so that people could give back. We'll see where it takes us because we're just starting. And to wrap this part up, I would like to say that in the next 5 to 7 years, this is 2 to 3 years, and this is 5 to 7 years. So it's important to start doing things here in order to know what kind of money we can make here and what we can make money off of. No guarantees, no 100% guarantee, but we could do some things here now so that we could generate profits here. And this is how we came up with the concept of venture. In Moscow, I was telling you a lot about high tokens. In the past 3 days, we have added some new things. But anyways, if you want to know more about high tokens, watch the Moscow conference. Now, back to the venture. If you ask any venture, they will answer, this is something where you invest your money, but I'm not sure if you can get it back. It depends on whether the project will blow up, will pay off or not. So we decided to minimize the risk of your capital not being returned. So we are using the same principle we used with charity, and we're using it with a venture fund. So today we have 1,500 people, give or take. So imagine we decided to build like some major aviation company or some agriculture aviation company with planes which could improve crops or crop harvest. Because if you ask like a farmer, ask them, because of using tractors, how much do they lose because of this? These tractors, they worsen, they do a number on the soil and other things. But planes passing over fields are much better. I'm a shareholder of a project where they want to create agricultural planes, and I want to create this company that can offer 10 airplanes. No farmer can afford a plane because they're farmers, but they could use a service company that could come around and charge them for this one session of fertilizing. So say we come together and say it takes 10 million rubles. Just for clarity purposes, of course it will take more. Investors usually think, well, if I invest in it, I'm not sure whether this plane thing will fly or not. And farmers, so they usually work with cash, and how can I work with the cash because I use my bank account usually. And this is a deterring factor. How do we mitigate the effect of this? So we chip in 10 million so that those agricultural farmer planes can fly. But we want this 10 million to be preserved so that at least you will get all of your capital back. And there has to be some roadmap for these airplanes to emerge. First, it's like the body, the engine, the rotor. So it takes time. It comes in stages. So basically, we pay not the whole capital, but the profits from this capital. Say we have some percent of profits from the first month. We put it here. This is from the second month. So there is a roadmap for, say, 12 months for that. This is just an example. And 9 to 12 months is also an example. Some could take 2 years. Some could take a few months. But the principle here is that it's not capital that is expended, it's profits from your capital, from chipped-in capital, pooled capital. So 30 to 25 to 30% of the profits could go here. And each holder of the share would get a proportionate amount of their profits. And if you put together all those blue boxes, they would equal the amount we gathered from the capital. Then we get an asset which works on the market, drawing money from this market. And then we get these profits, and these profits are different from our profits because we work on markets where money generates money. But this model could help us tap into traditional businesses and become partners to those businesses, which would give us access to some other cash flows. And there could be like dozens of projects because there is lots of other sources of money generation out there in the world. There are some other projects that I will talk about. So we preserve capital, which is very important. And this is a principle. The next project here. So some percent of the cash flows from this capital keep financing this and this and this, and then we get another model of business which is aimed at the next market, which also starts attracting capital. But if you want to leave it because you want to use the money that you have invested to buy something, then you just take your share and you start getting profits from these ventures. And this model is of alternative investments. It's less risky. Let's go back to the planes example. Say we are really working on this aviation company, and so the criteria for aviation company would be personal control, because there is lots of people with different ideas. The world is swarming with them, people who can pitch ideas. And we're getting lots of pitches, lots of ideas. But some are illusional, some could be down to earth, but still not good enough. But we're more focused on people who can basically walk the talk. And one of the projects that is our responsibility now is Fin2Fin, and Zygmunt will answer the question of today, I hope, when the venture capital that we're talking about here can start accumulating, so that part of your profits could be redistributed by you. So you can start making money not only on crypto and stock markets, but also here. The first market we're talking about is loans. There is a lot of opportunities here. If you talk to a person about that, a person you know who may not talk to you because they think you're a weirdo because you're with Finiko, and this is a joke, of course. If you tell them about this project where you can get a loan, and this is guaranteed, a safe bet, and if you pay it back, you will get 25% in cash back, if not more. I could be mistaken here. This is basically, you will generate lots of leads in your circle. And say through this we accumulate or put together $10 million. So say it's $2 million here. We generated to give out as loans. Here we have 10 million and we have 2 million. Say it came from 2,000 people who were given a loan to the tune of 1,000. This is a conditional number, a random number. And so we have created a market for 2,000 people who will use their salaries or their sources of income from other markets to pay back. And we will use this money in our ecosystem environment. What makes this interesting is that 41% of interest per year It's not enough because I make more from Finiko, but this is a different market, and it's quick money. It's a quick buck because it's paid back monthly, and then it is also reinvested. So you could make more here. It can be 2 or 3 times higher. Credit institutions really hold on to their licenses, to their areas of activity, because they know how profitable it is. And the next area that this foundation is going to invest in is a business that has to do with tiles. In the south of Russia, a year ago, we started producing paving stones. And the first line, manufacturing line, paid off. Now we're starting the second line. We have bought all the machinery already, and it was following the same model. We made this, we got this amount, and then we used this amount to pay for the rest of the machinery. The second line of business here is aviation chemical businesses. Here we could combine charity with our scale of making money. My point being, if we use the money of the venture fund to build these airplanes, the high token charity fund, or smart charity, like I said, we can use it to do work to protect the environment. I learned not so many ago that there used to be aviation chemical irrigation over forests to protect them, but not anymore. So one of the projects that we're in talks about is basically treatment of forest using these airplanes, and we could pay for some of the projects using the high token. So there's lots of collaboration schemes or ways of collaboration which could help us to combine all of our opportunities, which would also generate the right image, and it would bring us more clients to these venture projects, or it should. And also a network of dentist offices, and also labs where they manufacture teeth or implants. I don't remember the term. And all these projects, much like those projects, can be financed by this venture. Now think about the high-risk model. Here's how it works. We have lots of instruments, and the job of each and every one of them to generate an income of 30%. And even if one of the instruments breaks even, or it's -2, -1, then if you look at all of the deposits, all of the instruments, you still get profits. So this venture is returnable, but also you will be running the risk of investing. You could be running the risk of investing in a business that won't pay. But for this, we have this venture capital, and once in 3 months, you'll be getting these payments. We could build a small-time company or a big-time company or enterprise that would have a profitability of some profits, and every 3 months, the profits will be paid to the holders of this venture capital. And this plan for the next 25 years has lots of benefits. One of the benefits that I failed to mention is that venture capital allows us to, well, if you look at this timeline, we have some businesses that will pay off soon. It won't bring much money, but still, but the number of clients will keep growing. and it will see top results in the next 5 to 7 years, where you will be getting the money comparable to the profits you're getting from high-risk investments now. And this could be answering our question of how we can make money and make the world better at the same time. And now I would like to give the mic to the next speaker, who will tell you how this can be done in detail. I really dig this concept, and I hope that we will also discuss it on the sidelines. Hello? Sorry, some trauma here. So he's going to tell you about our sources of income. Hello, my name is EdSabirov. I've been trading for 12 years. And here's how I work and some of my trading rules. The first and most important rule is deposit distribution. You have to work across different markets, but remember that every market is similar. They have the same schedule, whether it be shares or cryptocurrencies. You have to know, however, how to analyze it. I trade on 4 stock exchanges: Chicago Exchange, Moscow Exchange, Forex Exchange, and crypto exchanges. But I'm focusing on the crypto exchange now because I'm very excited about the ways in which cryptocurrencies are used and what opportunities come from that, what doors are opened. So we have Moscow Exchange, the Chicago Exchange, crypto exchanges, and Forex, of course. Now let's talk about the rules to minimize risks. First, you have to break your deposit up in 3 parts, almost equal, but 100 cannot be divided by 3, so 30% goes to intraday transactions, 30% position transactions. What makes them so great is because you can make some good money out of them, and the second thing is that they can serve as insurance or security for intraday transactions, and 40% is the deposit that just stays there. But I really wanted to improve it because less actions give you better results. So 2 stops per day is my limit. The first stop, when I get to the first stop, I take a hike, I take in the air, I make another attempt. If it doesn't work out, I'm okay with this. And then I started thinking about this as our team of traders grew. I started thinking of more ways to minimize risks aside from stops. And so I thought, why not make them risk their own money if they really want to take the risk? So 20% of everything that they make is retained on the account that they use for trading. And if they want to take risks, so they will be risking their own money. Now we're using 160 instruments across the 4 markets with 150 traders doing the trading. I'll talk about this a little bit later. Figures now. Do you think 12% per year is a lot? I don't think so, but you get this offer from lots of banks. So you deposit 1 million, and within 1 year you make 120,000 rubles, which is not much. But if I were to tell you that every trader I work with has been trained by me to make at least 0.5%, 0.5%, which adds up to 120% per annum with 240 business days. Simple math. I mean, the sense that those figures are not that high, because even if you make 0.05% per day, you make 12%. But for a trader to make that money, well, I guess a trader just has to breathe on the mouse that they're using and let it go. It's very simple, just with a snap of their fingers. Okay, now let's take a look at the website, now the docs. And those are the brokerage documents that we have registered, and now it's being tested. With lots of users there, we'll see how many this system can take, and we're adding new instruments there. Since I want to focus on cryptocurrencies, there will also be cryptocurrency trading options available. And now let's look at the statements and show them how great our traders are. Those are public accounts that were opened. I don't really remember when. Back in November 2020, I think. This is a Forex account. If you scroll up, you will see the number of transactions from March 29, and in a week there's a profit of 11%, so $108,000 was made within this week, and the initial deposit was $11 million. I think it's a good, some good money. This is more interesting here. This is where it gets more interesting. This is a Chicago exchange. We started it with $9 million, and now it's $50 million, and we made $1 million within just 1 week. This is how it works, basically. Now let's talk about the trading school. Now we are upgrading the platform, so turning it into a website with courses which you can take and with tests available, and based on those tests we can offer you a position depending on how well you perform and how well you can explain why you made the decisions that you made. So I think this is it for me, and thank you very much for the lavish attention. Well, it works very well. It's like a phone, because you don't really know how it works, but it works and it's great. When something doesn't work well, this is when you start asking questions. So this is, these are the mechanisms that we work. Crypto mechanisms are a lot more complex because they, I've been following it like as an entrepreneur to see how to make money off of that. But we have Marat, who knows the ins and outs of crypto trading, and now Marat will take the floor. Okay, pass knowledge to these folks there. So Marat is responsible for everything related to crypto trading. He calls himself a crypto enthusiast. Okay, so talk about it with some enthusiasm, will you? Hello, everyone. I will be talking about the FNK token, why we launched this project and where we are at right now, and the direction that we're taking. The FNK token was generated on the launched on the 8th of December, and the first stock exchange where we deposited it or placed it was Uniswap. The value of the token was $1 at the time of the listing. Now it's 16.5. And it's been at this level in the past 1 month. It's been fluctuating between $13 to $18. The reason why we got involved here is this. Well, there's a few reasons. So the first reason was that in 2016, I really thought of this. There were cryptocurrencies, but it was hard to use it in daily activities. And the biggest problem that comes with cryptocurrencies right now is the difficulty that comes with using it in just in using it for your mundane activities. So the first issue that I'm trying to create or generate instruments or tools to use so any person can use it use cryptocurrencies is my priorities. So we came up with this FNK token. We generated it. Let's talk about the infrastructure that we have put in place and the infrastructure that we are building around it. The first thing I would like to share today is the Cryptocard. This is a card that you can top up with any cryptocurrency, FNK included, and use it to pay for anything you're buying in any store. The second thing that we are testing right now is this P2P exchange, where you will be able to buy and sell, because all of you have bought bitcoins, and most of these transactions take place on those kind of platforms. And this P2P platform that we're offering will be commission-free, provided that you have a certain deposit of FNK tokens. It will be very simple, very user-friendly, and now we believe that it will be a decentralized exchange, much like Uniswap, but with some new instruments offered, which will make it easier to use, I believe. We have already introduced the possibility of buying cipherons through FNKs. And now we are working on providing the opportunity to pay taxes through the FNK token, so that it can all be legal without any hassle from the tax authority later. And we will share this information later. So in short, this is the infrastructure that we're building. Initially, we had no such plans. Initially, the plan about the FNK, well, was clear. We wanted it to be a cryptocurrency, but when we got involved with the banking sector and when we decided to create our own bank, I think we covered like something that takes 1.5 years, takes others 1.5 years to cover. We covered it in 4 months. So we have this ruble card now. It's already ready. So, and the benefits are this. Say you are a holder of a Russian bank card that you used to pay in rubles, and here you can also pay in rubles, but you can top it up with any cryptocurrency. Every Russian bank card has its own unique number. What you can do now is this. You can use this number to transfer money from another bank. Say I have a Russian bank card. I use its number to transfer rubles, and conversion can work both ways. So if I have rubles on the card, I can exchange it to bitcoins, or the other way around. I can top it up with bitcoins, convert it to rubles, and then go shopping. And we will be presenting this project in 1 or 2 weeks, I think. The next stage here is Union Pay. I think it will come out in May or June. And we will also be issuing a card in euros. This euro card should come out in June, in August maybe. We will see how it goes anyways. Basically the same card, so you can top up with cryptocurrencies and you can pay with them anywhere in the world. So it will be a euro card you can use anywhere in the world to pay for things in euros. Well, what else? Well, I think that's it. In the next 2 weeks, I will be posting information about the focus group made up of the first 100 persons, made up of leaders, people I know personally, to get feedback from them, to see where we have bugs and fix them, work out the kinks. And I think Within the month, we will be presenting this project like online, and it will be made available for everyone. That's it. No, that's not it. We have lots of things ahead. That's it for today. Well, we're always working. Thank you very much, Marat, for clarifying what I can't clarify. Marat has been this conductor to this world of cryptocurrency for me always, because no one can paint a better picture except him, and the Cypher school that he founded back in the day is still out there, where people who know nothing about cryptocurrencies can go and basically watch courses about that. Well, as for this Cypher school, I think this week we'll be recording a video for newbies about where you can buy cryptocurrencies, how you can buy it cheaper, where it can be kept and stored. Basic skills. We'll be sharing basic skills. Thank you very much, Marat, for doing all of that. So all of the products that we have and that we offer, the reason why they work is because we often we fix lots of the problems that you create. We screw up a lot. We admit that, and this is maybe like our honesty about how our business is developing, maybe like a leading factor in our success. But lots of you would have avoided some of the problems if you had kept to simple crypto wallet safety rules. I've seen people basically like recording videos, Finiko guys recording videos, training others to top up their crypto wallets, sharing their passwords there, and then they were surprised why they lost their money. And this is why we have Anton, nicknamed Supportino, who will tell you more about that and all the safety and security rules.
Слышно. Все.
Well, we just had a technical difficulty. Did you stage it especially for me? Anyways, I will be sharing some recommendations with you that will simplify things for you, for us, and for your sponsors, and for everyone who has some business with the Finiko.com platform. The first thing that are hearing about this platform for the first time, the first thing you'll be doing is register. Some recommendations for registration. You have to do it while in incognito mode. The reason why you need to do this is because when you're using someone's referral, your referral blocks basically the typing of the ID's referral. I'm losing audio sometimes. Anyways, sometimes after you watched a YouTube video, your computer remembers that you visited this website, and sometimes because of that it may use someone else's referral. Maybe it's not your mistake, but in order to avoid it, you should do it incognito. You should register incognito. There are three things that you should check when registering. Your email. You shouldn't use yandex.com, gmail.ru, because You might lose that you registered. You might forget that you got registered there because those won't get emails, and you'll be worried that you got hacked. Also, check your phone because this is where the access code to your personal account comes. So then use the ID of your referee, and also you have to do it again. Write it down so that you don't forget it. Security-wise, you should use a separate email address and a separate phone number for the Finiko.com. I recommend it. I suggest it. In order to avoid some spam or some other registrations on some other services, because someone may steal it. So you should have a separate email address and phone number for that. When you are recommending your something or like our products to other guys, usually you are disclosing your information. When you're doing it in person, online it's easier because when you're recording a video you can blur it out. Also, you should avoid some dubious sources, websites, torrents, free games, free TV shows, because those websites make money off of that and they get to keep your information. So use incognito in this two-factor authentication, which you can set up in the personal account. And for your mind to be at ease, you should check your wallet, your settings, your personal account to make sure that everything is the way it was. Nothing has changed. You should do it. Let's keep moving. Once you're registered, first you have to tweak with the settings. You learn how it looks. You fill in your passport data. You press register. You turn on the two-factor authentication option. Verification now. You have to copy the information you have in your passport. You have to make sure that the photos are clear with no flashes. Now 90% of checks take up to 5 minutes, and I hope you appreciate that. Another recommendation from me: if you uploaded all the information but nothing has changed in the last 48 hours, there must be a mistake, so you should contact technical support. Also, some documents have handwriting. The system can't read that. So what you should do is you have to get declined 3 times by the system, and then you will be taken to manual moderation. Now, as for the program, sometimes you say this, I didn't do that, I didn't create that, I wanted something else. But all the programs and products, including the Repay Your Debt program, look like this. Sometimes you say, I said the 21st of May here, so the 21st of April here, but here it shows 21st of May. So for this, you first create the contract, then go back to the product and check your data to avoid that. Also, you have check the amounts of payments and dates of payments. See if you err purchase-wise. Lots of errors occur. Lots of mistakes are made. Sometimes users fail to remit the amount required. Say you require an amount, then you get a receipt, say 0. something 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 in some currency, and this is the amount that the system expects you to remit or wire. The platform that you may be using for remitting cryptocurrencies may also charge you some fee internally. So if it's 1 Bitcoin that you want to wire, or 0.1 Bitcoin, the fee is subtracted from your payment, and 0.9 will be remitted. So you have to make sure it doesn't happen. And sometimes you have to recheck the address. Sometimes you copy, but you fail to paste it. And sometimes you copy it a number of times, but you paste something else. So these are your assets. Remember that. So be cautious about that. Technical support now. We are getting lots of complaints about technical support not working or keeping silent, not responding. Technical support is an interesting thing. Technical support does work, it's in service, it responds, but when you're submitting your request, it's not answering you, it's answering some other user. So this is why we introduced Finiko help.ru. This is a resource with answers to the most common questions available, and on top you see it says that this website is still under development. Remember that. There's this button, Ask Your Question, and there is a list of 300 articles that will be published there. We have content to fill it up with, but we need some time. If you don't find what you're looking for, contact technical support. Soon we will try to make sure that you can get all of your questions answered here, because it will be all available there. Also, we have some templates and standards for your request to be executed properly, so it can be facilitated, because I'll be honest with you, 80% of the time when you were processing a request is spent on basically, it's about clarifying the request from the user, like, and our people can say clarify your phone number, your ID. So if you execute your request properly, the time will go down, the time required for your request to be answered. And you have Finiko at Finiko.com, Finiko help at Finiko.com, which you can always use to get in touch with us and get your questions answered. Thank you very much. You see that everyone is hard at work. And my concept is all about making masterpieces when your business is scaling. When people are growing, there is a number of ways for them to grow. First, they can show their own responsibility and become entrepreneurs. So the reason why I like the word entrepreneur is because it's about enterprise. And when you are undertaking an enterprise, when you have a team and the team has another team and another team, and those teams grow because of the environment, of the favorable environment in which they exist. And all of this also brings me to ONELINKS. And ZygmuntZygmuntovich will now share more information with you about ONELINKS, our project that can help you manage your MLM business.
Здрасте. Меня слышно?
Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, I want to share with you some information about ONELINKS, which is a school for leaders of sorts. 1 year ago, when the pandemic hit, many leaders started to go online, getting acquainted with lots of different platforms like Instagram, YouTube, VK, Zoom, and holding Zoom trainings online because mass gatherings were forbidden and you had to produce a certificate not to go outside even. So during the pandemic, we decided to simplify things for people who sought to sell online and or to build a team online. So ONELINKS is about online first and foremost. If you're a leader or you're a client, but you have no time to go someplace, attend a meeting, or make that appointment because you want to work from home, your home office. And because of that, and since everything was going online, we knew that if we didn't offer something that was also online or online based, we could miss our chance. So this platform is for sharing of knowledge. What makes it so good for clients is because it offers you 24/7 access to the knowledge and skills and expertise of our leaders from anywhere. Say you're building your team, but your work hours finish at 7 p.m. and you can't make your appointment with your leader, so you can build your team online on this online platform, and you can access it anytime from any place and get the skills you need. It's also important to me that people can get expertise from any leader, not only the leader of your structure, but also you need to be able to choose the leader that you like. Some people excel at online conferences. Some people are better at online service sales. So there you can choose any leader and check or learn more about their expertise and see how they use the tools that they have. But also, you need to do your homework, and we offer some homework solutions. So it won't be like you watch some video and go. No, first you watch it, and then you do your homework. You do a test, and then you get feedback from the leader who recorded the video. So it's not an educational platform only, but also it offers you feedback. So you'll be able to get in touch with leaders or curators, and you will be able to clarify things to see how a tool applies to you. Another thing that it offers leaders is that they'll be able to reach guys all over the world. During the pandemic, mass gatherings were prohibited, and we know that because of the lockdown. But there are lots of leaders who have big teams who are always traveling, who don't really see their family, but while they're traveling, flying from one place to another, you can basically do a number on your performance or efficiency because you're wasting a lot of time on the traveling itself. And you can use ONELINKS to keep in touch with all of your teams across many cities through ONELINKS. And there are some leaders who are coming up with core sales courses, not only for courses for selling Finiko's products, but could be some courses about influencing target audiences. And any leader starting from Start 10 can upload their course, and then they can promote it for free, or they can sell it at a fee. And Tina Gabdulna was one of the first speakers. Nastya, can you show me another slide? So, Dina Gabdulina was the girl we took, whose course we took. She posted it for free because she wanted to grow her audience, and we offered feedback opportunities for people to leave their feedback. And within this feedback section, in this section for discussions, okay, pause it. And now scroll down. I want you to take a good look at the discussions. Lots of feedback of people saying that, Dina, I watched your videos. I want to join your team. I want you to be my leader within Finiko. So we will offer you a chance to get in touch with the leader from this place, from this section. So you can leave a request, and the leader will get your request. So these courses can also help you grow your audiences and your teams, which is very important for team building. And now the slides. Another benefit you can get from here is potential partners. If you're a leader, and then we took it one step further. What if we could automate sales? So we came up with some algorithm for automating sales, which we call information packages. Some information products or boxes. And this website shows how they work. Here is how you are talking to a person who wants to learn more about some Finiko products. You send them the link of some video, and then you call them back to see whether, to check whether they have watched the videos, maybe, and to see whether they have questions. But it could be all organized. It could be automated. This section now offers you videos about all the products that the company offers. Say it's CBS ONE, and you're talking to a guy about CBS ONE, and then you get this landing page which talks about the product and shares cases of real clients. And potential clients won't need to basically to watch the video. Potential clients won't have to get registered, but to watch the cases, potential clients will have to type their name and phone number. So it's like an application, and you can use this application to call that person back. So automation of sales is not only about collection of applications, but also you have to see them through. So our decision was to put all these products together in one place with videos available, up-to-date videos available, which you can, and all of that you can send to your potential clients, and then you'll be able to engage your clients within this CRM system. So once a person leaves their request or fills in this application, they go to the candidate section. So this is the first CRM system for MLM entrepreneurs. It started out like this. It used to be like this. People used to make notes in their notepads or just do mail outs. But now it's different, because once a person gets access to a video, they may watch it or not. It doesn't matter. But still we see, say we have an Anastasia in this application, which is marked as new client. We have her phone number, and we see what product piqued her interest. And this is a lead you can work with or engage. Let's check the status here. 2, you have to call, or call required. Choose the time, and then it becomes a task within the system. And tomorrow the system will remind you that you have to call Anastasia to make sure she watched all the videos, whether she has questions. So you can work with her with the help of this platform, which will help you retain all of your clients, potential clients. Now let's talk about our ONELINKS related plans, because we're always developing and thinking up new things. Another thing that really caught my attention is that many MLM companies do this. This is how I started building my first network or affiliate network within my first MLM company. I just made up a list of 100 contacts, and I called all of them based on that notepad. But I kept forgetting my notepad, and my mentor always read me the right act for that, and then I lost that notepad. So ONELINKS will offer you this. Soon you register, you upload all of your phone contacts, delete those that don't belong there, and this will be your people, your target audience. They won't go anywhere. You can mark anyone based on their status, and you won't lose any lead. Another thing that we thought of is this. So it's about automating your sales, expediting them, because notepads are hard. You lose it, then you have to restore all the contacts. Basically, we could take it to some other areas. Many leaders now do Zoom conferences and webinar conferences, and in the comments, they want the contacts of potential clients left, and then they write them down and get in touch with them. So ONELINKS will offer you webinars, and every leader can now open what we call a webinar room, where people can leave their phone numbers, and all these phone numbers will go to the CRM system marked as candidates. Another thing that can be done here is this. Some MLM entrepreneurs hold meetings and offline conferences. So what if organizing events could also be some of the things that this ONELINKS platform offers you, so that you retain all of your potential clients and leads, so that all of their contacts go to the system. And now, apart from MLM, this MLM thing, what if we could offer traditional education courses to educate you on things you may have missed in class, in school? So ONELINKS will offer you top leaders that will be telling you about math, brushing you up on math, physics, finances, and marketing. And this platform will also offer you traditional education courses apart from MLM education, if you will. And when we started planning it out and working out the financial aspect of the thing, we believed that it would entail costs like the website, the staff, and the servers. So here comes the catch. It won't be free of charge. It's about 300 to 400 rubles per month, about $5 to $6 per month, so that we can pay for the platform and pay the staff. And for this small amount, you will be able to use all of this. We launched it. Over 5,000 people registered in 2 days. For now, you can register on onelinks.com for free. Thank you very much. That's it for me. Know what I thought of? Transferring your contacts from your phone to the CRM. Can it really make them pay automatically, or buy some of the products automatically? Now I will show you how we develop our projects. When we talk about the courses started, we knew it had to be centralized. One of the goals of this high token is also this thing. So there is a lot of things you may have missed in school, and what if we could brush you up on this? What if we could come up with this private school or with a space that teaches children more skills than regular schools, like project thinking, and we could offer you this for a deposit. And this is the education model that I've always dreamed of, because I am a business trainer. I'm a business coach, and I am convinced that I really have the skill or the hang of training people and coaching people. So one of the business projects will be this business school. For 10 or 11 years, it's a private thing with its own education license. It will be offering it will be offering you the rudimentaries, the rudimentaries, where children will be basically taking their decisions not based on their knowledge, but based on their practices and experiences. They won't be basically repeating the things that teachers tell them to repeat. So a school will be based on enthusiasm. There will be kindergarten and a university, and these are the test models that we will be launching. So here's how it works. You join the school, your parents leave a deposit of 300,000 for 1 year. It's a random number, and when we have a class of 10 students and 10 classes, which means 100 students, we put together a pool for salary to pay for the salaries of leading teachers who love teaching, who excel and shine at that. We will be hiring the best teachers and not those who just were discarded by the system. No, lots of people go to state schools and then they leave because of the low salary. And we'll be picking those best teachers, among others, to stimulate the best, regardless of their age, but based on their skills. Those who are real professionals who who are not about discipline, but those who are about building and improving people's thinking. Also, there will be kindergarten, like I said. This is what will make up the fund. It can be returned. It's for 10 years. So basically, as your kids get their education, we'll be using this money, and this pool can pay for the teachers and for the infrastructure, top-notch infrastructure, and the rest will be basically used as an income from the school. So it's 300 million rubles. 100 million is used to pay for the salaries, and the income is split between the venture fund and the partners of this project. Because what started me thinking is this, because we're going to hold courses on ONELINKS, but if there is many courses, it will be like a school. But what if we could offer those courses not only to adults, but also to children? And this will help us improve the world. Okay, now I think everyone has spoken. And before we get to the questions and answers, I would like to go back to high token a little bit. So building a school, building a token, is great, but I need to know where to take this. I need to think of the place first. And while I was thinking about that, an idea dawned on us. Those who follow us or have been following us for at least 3 to 4 months, you know that we love doing sports. It's not like we work and then we go to sleep, or we do sleep, or we spend some time with our family. I mean, all of these processes are intertwined. We make an appointment, we talk about a project, we go to the mountains, we ride bikes, and then we work out some concept. When we're on the plane, we come up with some project. When we were on our way here, we came up with we worked out the order of our speeches. So this is why we came up with this mail challenge. We announced it in Moscow 4 days ago, and it's 100 seats available now for 100 men who can take this two-day program. During the first day, we use this fake board. This is like a board with boots connected to it that you use to surf on water. You'll be going to Krasnodar in a hydro suit. Lots of diving. Don't worry, you won't drown because you will be giving suits that will keep you afloat even if you can't swim. So we work in the morning, then we meet together in the training hall, and we will be basically talking about how word should be bound for men. During the first day, we will be discussing about our mental traps that could basically lead us away from our results and make us go astray. We'll see what thoughts help us and what thoughts block us. The second day will be about driving bikes across a circle. So, and if you don't be afraid, because if you have ridden bikes before, it's great, and you'll feel like a boy again driving on this two-wheeled thing, the wind blowing in your face. It will be very safe. The worst thing that can happen, you will fall on a soft surface, and then during the second day we'll be talking about your word, how it should be bound in your own magnitude. Lots of people say that they want money, but you have to understand that money depends on your magnitude, and how you can engage people, and how you can work with processes. And the best thing to improve your magnitude is to start working with other people, working on other people, how you can improve your team and the teams of your team, because I know that there are some people who carry great influence, people of great magnitude, as I say, and the best way to improve yourself is through social projects, to see what you can do in your city, in your village. Some people maybe want to build a bridge over a river, or to build a mountain, or maybe to help some war veterans. And once you start thinking about others, your social shell will grow, because you won't be caught up in thoughts of yourself only, but of others, and it will extrapolate to your business, because you cannot be cool in one area and not so cool in some other area. You are growing your magnitude not through channeling money through others, but from what you can make in this world, and you will be growing your manhood, basically. Well, that's it for me. Thank you. Kirill, wait. Well, come over here. Well, as for high token, there is something you didn't mention. High token moved to a new domain, gethumanity.com, as we announced in Moscow, but even if you use the old link, you will still go to gethumanity.com. And the second thing, please send your emails to the email address indicated on the website. It goes support@humanity.com. Okay, I think I finished my part, and you take care of the rest. Go down, scroll down, and this is how it works. Here we have this counter, because there were requests about how many seats were available. 83 for now. So get in touch with us. Through support@humanity.com. This is the only place where you can get your questions answered about the high token. It's not the Finiko email. Don't send your emails about Finiko to this email, because you'll be taken to the Finiko technical support. What questions and answers now? Now is questions and answers, but it will be more of a dialogue. We have microphones there. There is the audio here is not stable, so please speak close to the microphone. And we have 90 minutes for questions and answers. Okay, let's get this started. What? No mics? It's okay. You mentioned cashback of 25% when it comes to fin. How do you generate this cashback? See, when the platform gives you a loan for the first time, you can get only half of it, and you can count on it. Once you pay it back, you get your cash back. The second question, are you going to improve its marketing? Say I sign up a person for that. A person builds a structure, but they leave. So those people won't be in my first line. What do you mean? I mean, when a person leaves, how can it work? No, it's not happening. So, but it will make for a whole. Is it hard technically or ideologically? Well, ideologically it can be solved, but technically it's not easy. See if a person registers under you with a structure of 30,000 people. But if we remove that link, there will be lots of recalculations. Since all products have their own marketing strategy, something could go wrong. So since it's very complex or sophisticated, it's very hard. It's like USDT withdrawals. We offered it, we came up with it, and then we got a lot of grief over that. Hello, Ivan Berzniki, region of Perm. Thank you very much, first of all, for the opportunities you've been giving us. Two questions. First, in the personal account, in the settings where you have to specify your email, can you provide a link to change your email? Can it happen? No, you will have to do it through technical support because this information is very important. Imagine what would happen if someone took control of your personal account. But does it have to be through technical support? But what is it that you want to improve? So anyway, you'll be able to change your email by contacting technical support. This is the only way. Okay, that's it for the first question. Second question, two-factor authentication through Telegram. I've done it 3 times. Once it takes you to the Telegram bot, you get the code, but the Finiko website says or marks this code as invalid. Okay, I got it. Please contact technical support to delete the number from the Telegram bot and restart it. Maybe then it will work. Good afternoon. I'm from Spain. I would like to say hi to all of you from my team. Kirill, thank you very much. Thank you and your team. And I would like to thank my sponsors, Ramazan, Uleze, and Razala. Thank you very much. Thank you. Elena Shaslivaya from Ekaterinburg. A tax-related question for 2020. I bought a car, and the tax amount is about $500. Well, as an experiment, we'll be paying this tax this year in Tatarstan, I think, in Kazan. It will be a big amount. You know, if you've been with us for a long time, you know that we've been looking into this question for a long time, and we wanted to start it, and then they signed this legislative act on digital resources, and now we would like to introduce this tax agent, maybe, to use one company who would handle all tax-related issues. And in this month, we will be paying the first tax. This is, yes, but it's about 2021 and 2022. No, I was talking about 2020. I remember that, and it's a work in progress. Hello, Irina Cherno-Usinka from Bishkek. I just got off the phone from my partner. It's the first time I'm seeing something like this. She's been in line to buy some new land. She asked me, then she changed her mind and she wanted to, and she doesn't want to buy land anymore. Now she wants a new car. There is no automatic algorithm that would provide for that, but I think we will offer something like this. There are rare cases like that. However, send me her ID to in my messages and I will look into that. Marat, you said that you will be issuing Russian bank cards, but maybe from other countries, from Kyrgyzstan, from Turkish cards, from European cards. But now, does it work now? Can you wire money from a Kyrgyzstan card to a Russian card? Then yes, if you now, it works like this, using the card number, it will also be offered by our card, yes. Good afternoon. Ladies and gents. Gents mostly, thank you very much. You've given me a life-changing experience. But now I have two questions from my partners. The first one should be addressed to AntonSemykin. It's about the cashback coupon. So this partner had his cashback coupon zero out. It had 15% there, and now it's zero. And then 1 week ago, he started to get 3% of accruals to it. So it just zeroed out. He wasn't doing anything. But did he withdraw his deposit? No, no. So are you saying there was something wrong with how it was displayed? Yes, so it was zero in 1 day. All of a sudden, it zeroed out. And then 1 month later, he is getting 3% per day. Another question. I don't know who to pose it to. Anton, maybe. It's about my tax return for... sorry, it's about for me verifying that I have bought land. Me and my partner, our documents have been under review for 1 month in your system. It's okay. The most important thing is that you submitted your documents. The rest is okay. Thank you. Hey everyone. I have a question about Doronium. When you take silver and it's metal, how does it get out of your system? Easy. How though? How does it happen though? Much like the rest. I mean, how do you get other things out of your system? Naturally, I mean, how do you get things out of your system? Well, I read it on the internet that it's a metal. I mean, silver in molecular or nano form or what? Well, silver stays in the body, they say. I mean, you're made up of metal also, of ferrum. Look, we would not have gotten the license if it were a dangerous product. And silver leaves the body, much like it got there when it's nano-sized. But as it does that, it kills viruses and pathogens. The reason why I'm taking it regularly, I mean, I know that some things come in and some things go. And some of the viruses that we have in us, like herpes things that attach themselves to the nerve ends. And sometimes people spend a lot of time working on their muscles, treating their muscles, but usually instead of that, it's in their nerves. And I call this just inner body purge. This is what I call. What you're saying is molecular composition. But the metal may stay in the body, but when it's bigger. I found a picture on the internet when a guy who had been taking silver and then his skin got changed its color. But let's see, you can see lots of things on the internet. But for this, we have webinars with a guy from the department of a leading laboratory. And he said that what you're doing is a breakthrough. And now he's running tests on people who are taking silver and who are sharing their feedback based on tests before and tests after. And now we have people who basically took silver before surgery, and now after surgery they're doing better than they should be or than they were expected to because of the silver they were taking. Hello, Marina, Moscow. I have a question for Zygmunt. In my structure, I have a partner registered with no index, and then another partner registered under him with 20 indexes. But the first partner didn't get any voucher. Is he entitled to it? Well, based on the algorithm that we have put in place, he's not entitled to it, but we have changed our mind because if you have no index, you can still get a voucher and make money out of these ZVZ products and get a chance to buy the index. So now we're going to change it, and even if you have no product, but if you're selling CTI2, you will get your voucher. It's not yet done, but once we introduce it, it will work the way you want it to. It's a work in progress. However, all the guys who were hoping for that, because we announced it once, all these people who made those sales will get 3 vouchers. Thank you, thank you. Second question, I'm a teacher in elementary school, and I'm here with my daughter. What do you said about this school? Where are you going to build it? We have not yet decided, and one of the tasks to attend to during this men's challenge will be about finding the right location. We'll be using the vouchers for that. We've been looking for 3 months. Any million-plus cities have lots of spaces. But still, there are not many places, like places that could meet our requirements, especially those who, that meet the requirements of the Ministry of Education. I think we'll have to construct it. It will be easier to build one instead of adapting something. Ms. Rybichkina, we have a big problem now. It's important. We can't hear you in the hall. All we're hearing in the hall is just blabber. But it's not because of... I went to the audio guys and they said it was not their problem. What? But how can we change that? But you can hear us. Can't you? No, the rest can hear. Okay. It was the applause from those who could hear us. If you can't hear something, you can still hear it in the broadcast. And if you miss something important, you can watch the recording. But we apologize if this is the case. Nastya, try to work out the audio issues. And the funny thing is, it's the VIP seats that are having difficulties with audio. Hello, I'm Ekaterina from Chelyabinsk. I have a question for Zygmunt. Once the indexes are combined, the referral rewards that have not yet been paid, will they be paid? I have a partner who got registered. She bought Index 2, CTI2. Under her, another girl registered who bought CTI2. However, she didn't get her reward of 5%. The first lady, once all of those are combined, what happened? No, it can't be. We can't make up for that when it happens because we didn't promise it, because this improvement came as we were working on it. Once we have introduced it, it will work. There are some errors that we admit, like with the vouchers, and there we can fix things and pay the vouchers. But in your case, it won't work like this. Hello, everyone. Ivan Grigoriev. I have a question for Kirill about the products. Hey there. Say a Finiko partner wants to build a house, and basically they can buy the land plot using the product, and then they can use the Finiko Life to pay for the construction phase. Yes. Finiko Life and Finiko Product have no restrictions in terms of, document flow, paperwork. Well, I think there are just someone is pushing the mute button. Also, I would like to tell you about networking. I build wooden houses. This is my specialty, made of birch, glass houses, and what's important, I can combine all of that, all of these materials, because I can build houses made of stone, glass. Where can I find you? Ivan Ural Grigoriev, official. No official, though. Another word to wedge in. We designed the Tatneft Arena in Kazan. Yeah, we've been there, we've seen it, we know it. Thank you. Hello, my name is Elizaveta Petrova. I'm a realtor, estate agent. I'm a real estate agent. I think we can leave now because everyone's starting to promote what they're doing. And my phone number is 8919395690. And I have a question about promo. I have a partner join line 1 and buy CTI2. I got the voucher, and I'm overjoyed now because now I got what I wanted, and it was on March the 30th. However, promo starts on the 6th of April, and it finishes on the 30th of April. But he joined the index on the 30th of March. I want to take part in the promo. Well, but another 1,000 persons will follow. How can we do that? It would be an exemption from the rules. Well, I agree with Zygmunt because we have rules. I mean, there are some people who don't like this. Okay, hey. Initially, the word was... Okay, Nasty, don't mute the mic. Could you run that by me again? Initially, the promo was that the promo would be from the 3rd of April. Initially, the information was that the promo would be from the 3rd of April. The second piece of information was that it would be from the 6th of April. And some partners basically did it before the 6th of April. Sorry, we made a mistake because we didn't, we failed to put together the platform for the promo by the deadline, and all those people who really were counting on that, write to me, screen all that, and we will do some manual work, and we will basically use all that. Basically, all of those people will get their chance to take part in the promo. Hello, I'm Lucia from Ufa. Thank you guys for what you do, for the great opportunities that you've given to lots of people to make money. I have a question about ONELINKS. So once you start ONELINKS, it will simplify our job, and it also accelerates the process of team building. So I have a question. What if Finiko is joined by 99% of Russia's population? So I thought if it were to happen, it would not be Finiko, it would be a number of different services. And this is how it works in the world. Hypothetically, 99% would have to be drawn to one and the same thing. But there is nothing in this life except life that people love with the same passion. So hypothetically, it is possible. But in actuality, you have to admit it's never happened. But if it were to happen, we'll see what to do. But would you handle that amount of people? Yes. Yes, of course. Why not? So it would not be Finiko only, it would be a number of services. But so many people cannot join Finiko only. Hello, Pavel from Naberezhny Chelny. The first question is about the FNK card. It's to Marat. Could you tell me more about how fiat and cryptocurrencies will be exchanged? And vice versa. Well, by pressing a button. Well, I want to learn more about the mechanics of the thing, whether there will be an app or a website. Yes, there will be a website with a personal account where you can top up your card from another bank, and your balance is topped up. You press the button, you choose the currency, fiat or Bitcoin or FNK. But so it will work both ways, right? Right. Second question. It's about technical support. In my structure, one of the partners wants to change sponsors, basically. He bought no products, but it hasn't been a month yet. Well, he can go to the Finiko.com and he can get the instructions. So there's a special algorithm for that. But we have contacted technical support and we have not received any feedback. See, it works like this. If you meet four criteria, four conditions for this transfer, we can ask permission from the leader for this transfer. Yes, I agree. But we have to get your permission. You have to respond within 10 business days. If there is no reply from you, the transfer will be done without your consent. If you say within 10 days that you didn't give the consent, you don't give the consent, we will reverse it. But if there's a person under you who wants to move someplace, it won't happen because there is this rule of vertical transfer. But here's my structure. If the person wants to move to one branch, from one branch to another, under you, it's okay. If it's otherwise, it won't happen. Hello, my name is Elshad from Ufa. I have a question about the apartment or real estate products. See, I have a relative, or there is a relative who inherited an apartment, and two guys got it, say a brother and a sister, brother and sister. or the same could happen after a divorce. So would it be possible to buy a share of an apartment, not a full apartment, using this program? Yes. Also, okay, can you use the real estate program to do this? I have a piece of land, and there's a company that can build the house. Can I use this program to pay this company? No. Okay, we will find something, we'll figure something out, but yes, I understand. But there is other products that the company offers to do that. But if there is no registration in the registration chamber, we won't be able to check the amount of your transaction. But we trust everything, that all the information we get from state agencies, but we cannot always trust information that comes from private companies. Another question. Guys, you are doing a very good job. And a good thing. Because of you, 1,000 people are changing their lives for the better. Thousands and thousands of people, and it's growing exponentially, what you're doing. Me personally, I am of the opinion that not everyone likes it when people are starting to live better in Russia, because it's harder to manipulate them. I disagree with this. I'm in touch with lots of officials from the state, and lots of them have the job of establishing dialogue with people, basically. And they can't do that because of the people refuse them. Well, why is there litter on streets? It's people's fault, mostly. So basically what I'm saying is, there are some rules in society that you have to follow. Just do your homework related to history on society development rules, how we have come to where we are, instead of just complaining. I disagree. So if you're talking about a company that just takes money from you, we're not that company. We're trying to keep the balance. When you have capital, though, that is made up of the money that you're making now by investing in services or resources that will be bringing money not only to you but also for the economy in the future. And some of the projects are built. Some of our projects about socially responsible businesses, like the camps I mentioned, like the schools. And this balance, I think, can help us basically agree with, work out agreements with people and be of service to society, not only about making money. So these people have to be service users of other products. Every third car dealership in a million-plus city knows what Finiko is, because men just know, oh yes, we have lots of guys who have bought cars because of our products, because we are a supplier of clients to those dealership and to real estate companies. So I think if you promote if we promote ourselves well, if we're honest about who we are, we'll be transparent, because we are transparent. We're here and now, and I advocate the concept where you build honest dialogue. You will always be able to build it, and if it doesn't work out, that means you lack some understanding, and you still have to go cover some way to get to where you want to be. Yes, I am pleased with your answer. This is what I try to practice in my life when it comes to making dialogue with people. This is, but this is what strong people say. Some people who can't do that sometimes manipulate. I understand what you're saying. It's an analytic of the situation. You don't want to see other persons who can influence those persons, including those who hold civil or state positions. I mean, you have to remember that this world is not ideal. It's one thing to want something, but there has to be balance. But you always have to remember that we are in a global system. We have rules that we have to abide by, no matter if you like them or not. If you don't follow them, then it will come back to you. It doesn't give you any guarantees, but it means it improves your chances. It means that you strive to find that balance in this world. Hello. Hi. This fall, my daughter is going to school. Where? And I have a question about schools. So she's starting school this year. What about your school? When's it starting? This year. So that this summer we put together a team of educators, a team of teachers for elementary school. We have a plan for 10 years, but we have to take it one step at a time. What city are you from? I am in Russia now, but I travel between countries. I'm from Penza, but in July I will be moving to Kazan. And I think I will have to follow your project. I think there is a high likelihood where the school will be built, because we have the methods, we have the teachers, but we have to comply with the requirements of the state, or the Ministry of Education. And within the month, I will announce where it's at. So your daughter is starting school this September, right? No, she's going to be a first grader. Don't worry, we will have announced it by that time, by September. Well, since he lives in Russia, we'll figure it out. Anyways, don't worry, your daughter will miss school, but I'm ready to move to the city where you're opening the school. Okay. 300,000 in deposit. Can it be split? Or will it have to be a lump sum payment? See, you're paying for education, for paying tuition. So we'll be asking for this amount because we need money to pay for our expenses. Yes, now I understand that I need to move from star 7 to star 10 at light speed. Well, it doesn't have to do with your stars, but if you're looking at it from the point of view of your career, yes, of course. So, guys, thank you very much again for this great chance. Good evening, everyone. First, I would like to thank you, and thank you for everything you do, Kirill, Marat, Edward, Zygmunt. Thank you. See, the thing is, I'm Elena Super from Pervo-Uralsk, Star 1. In 2 weeks, I'll be getting the money for my car, and I'll be buying a German car straight from the factory. I'm taking it one step at a time, but it sounds like a mundane thing because 2 days ago an announcement like that was received with fanfare. So yes, what I'm saying is in May next year I will be joining the apartment program for 100,000 cyphers. Will there be any changes in the like in the real estate products? There is no point in talking about it. If I suggest you focus on your car, enjoy the car. If you get a chance to buy the car by the time when it's most relevant to you, you can basically, we can discuss it again. Hi guys. Something I wanted to ask you. And I want to ask you about fin-to-fin. Once it's starting, yes, I know it's a sore point. It's my 3rd time in my career trying to start this process now, this time using cryptocurrencies. Now it's being tested within a closed or a small circle of people because it involves lots of people, lots of small buttons, lots of payments. And once we launch the venture, and we will launch it once we move to the platform, it will solve 90% of the issues that you used to, because now we want to have another platform, and this will also offer you the functionality of the venture. Do you have any agreements with banks? So I can basically, I want to take out a loan, and can I specify Finiko as my main source of payment? Well, I don't think, no, we have no such agreements so far. It's a pity. Why? Why is the pity? I mean, if you look at it from a different way, not from the perspective of fin-to-fin, but from the perspective of making money, check out some of the Club 100 events, the videos, and visit a Club 20. And those destructive thoughts won't come to you again. I don't get it. So you're saying you want to get a loan using the Finiko word, but this thinking is old. This is something you have received, have you become accustomed to perceiving as a way to solve your problems. You're starting to create cash flows through negative balances by taking out a loan, but you can generate cash flows through positive balances by bringing clients. It's just another habit. Will there be taxes for the apartment, for the loan program for 2020? Yes, you will get that in your personal account. Good evening, Alexander Ekaterinburg. Thank you very much for coming back again, for everything you're doing and changing our lives for the better. My question is this. Anton has mentioned deposits. It's quite often that when people make a deposit, and they think that they have accounted for all the fees, but sometimes it's $1 less, and they contact technical support, and then this money is in limbo for 3 to 4 days. When it's a new guy, it can be nerve-wracking, this experience. So I think this system must be upgraded. So I deposit my amounts with like a surplus of 10%, but maybe this could be upgraded. So the key word is you basically believe that you take into account all the commissions, but sometimes it doesn't happen like that. But now this algorithm is manual. Then you have to do some manual work. But we want the user to do that. So when you are making a deposit without taking into account all the fees, and it happens because there's different Bitcoin and cryptocurrency platforms out there. So when you make a mistake making your wiring, say you wire not 20,000 ciphers but 19,996. Okay, we will. If you agree, you will get it in your personal account, and if you don't agree, this mechanism will be automated, and the system will ask you to top up the remaining amount. So you will be able to choose between I agree with the current amount and I will top up my account. 3 conferences ago, you said you'll be able to withdraw your products or send them to your wallet. Yes, this option will be offered on the new platform, but transfers from the Finiko product to the main wallet will be commission-free. This is our decision, and this will be available on the new platform. So you will be able to either withdraw it or to transfer it to the wallet commission-free. Hello, I'm from Abakan, Republic of Khakassia. I have a partner who bought a CTI2. Under him, there is a partner who has CT20 CTI1 indexes. So will the first partner get star 1? Yes. So next thing. Loss of audio. There are some audio problems. Okay, notifications. Will I get notifications if whenever I get a new partner? Yes, it's a new thing. Maybe we could think something like this. So when you get a new partner, you get notifications, or a push notification. Thank you. You have great ideas, and they surpass all of our expectations. They're cool. They're fascinating. I would like to thank Sergey Konygin. It's the team of Ekaterinburg and the team of Abakan, and I would like to thank all the others. Hello. I'd like to say hi to the Finiko team. You're doing a great job. I've been a partner of Finiko ever since June last year, and it has turned our lives around. But I have a question for Anton. And now let's talk about bad things. There was this thing, a referral was sent to a partner, but there was confusion, and it turned out to be someone else's referral. And then we got an answer from technical support 10 days later that this referral change request was being reviewed by the partner. So now now you have to wait for an answer from the leader and from technical support. But when you're registering, you have to mind the ID figures, make sure that those are your own figures. And if you send a referral, it doesn't guarantee that that person will register under your own referral, because that person could have been surfing the internet and found someone else's referral, and if they don't refresh their cookies, then this ID may pop up as they're filling in the registration form. To avoid situations like that, I think the referral link will be a registration link, and a person will have to manually type the referral in, so that you will be basically the person who invited him, to avoid issues like that. So people will have to do it manually. It will be offered by the new platform, but they could basically make mistakes, but still it would decrease the likelihood. I think you should focus on the process of registration. When your partners are registering, you can ask them before they register, send a screenshot of their personal account. But what now? And if you send a request to technical support and it's accepted, you should wait. If you don't want to wait, delete the account and set up a new one. Thank you. Mike. Hi everyone, Dmitry. Speak closer to the mic. I'm new to cryptocurrencies, don't know much. But the FNK card, is it similar to Sberbank or Alpha Bank cards? And with similar transactions available, right? And an application. But this card will offer other cryptocurrencies or only FNKs? No, you'll be able to top it up and withdraw in 4 currencies, 3 to 4 currencies. USDT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and FNK, USDT. And I will be able to convert them within my app, both ways, yes. And you will be able to basically convert Bitcoin to Ethereum, Bitcoin to other currencies. This is how it should work. So not only a fiat to cryptocurrency and vice versa. Oh, Zygmunt is wearing a suit. So I think this entrepreneur has, well, came up in the world. I love your style. I like the cut of your jib, but still. I have a question about this cashback bug. So cashback accumulates monthly, 3, 6, 9, 12. Now it's on a daily basis. You get your accruals on a daily basis, and there is a step-up system. So can it go down or not? It depends on whether you have used up your limit of receipt uploading or not. No, me, I haven't. There is lots of other opportunities. Reinvest, cashback. So your deposit is growing. So you're saying that, can it be that the amount I'm getting today is lower than the amount I got yesterday? It happened when we were moving from 5 months to 150 days, and then we were basically making monthly payments and not daily payments, and all the receipts that were uploaded 5 months ago are paying off now, and there will be a little transition period, where your accruals may fluctuate within a small range, and then they will even out, and then you will see them growing daily. And this is because we're still experiencing the effects of the last system that we had for the cashback service. What about communication within your platform? So when a person registers, they get verified. What I mean to say is that you won't have a messenger within the system. Yes, we will introduce a messenger within the system this year, I think. Another thing. Or a comment. 1 year ago, you could check the company by providing your personal account, and you were given 3 to 5 days, so once 7 days. I'm Vitaly Stoikotin, and I'm the client that gave my account in January last year, and it lasted, and it took 45 days, I think. My case has been spoken about at 2 conferences. But I love the attitude of the company, because my balance went down to $40, and I deposited $1,000 initially, and I was experiencing negative emotions, because, however, initially I had realized that there were risks involved, and this was a $1,000 that I was ready to part with. And I thought, I knew there were risks, but Zygmunt said, we could pay you back your 1,000, or we could top it up with our own money and keep it working. I chose the second option. So on the 3rd of March, they topped it up with $1,000, and then I got it back with $3,700. So it was 70. They made 70% in 3 days. So basically, I made 270% in 3 months, which helped me join the company. I invested some in the indexes and some in charity, and I've been growing ever since. I'm a 5-star partner now. And also I want to say this. I want all of you to know that these guys are honest and they're doing a great job. Thank you. My name is Denis from Kyiv. Doronim offices have been opening up lately. Is there a 1% for these offices? Yes. There is a financial model of basically remuneration for CBS ONE, Doronim, and the product offices. We have confirmed this financial network, and I think we'll present it in early May. So now work on opening your offices, work out the style. But of course, yes, there will be financial benefits for you, and there will be this partner cashback of 1%, give or take, or more, that you will be getting from the turnover of your partners or clients for Doronium. For Doronin specifically. Okay, another question. I have a partner who bought index CTI2. But she's not getting anything. I mean, in terms of percentages. Well, when the combination is done, she will acquire a status, and if she is a holder of CTI or CTI1, she will get everything due. Good evening, Kirill. We can't hear you. Okay, now it's better. I was surprised. I was pleased when I saw what you said about when I learned that you were starting this Doronin project, because I know that you're a financially successful person, a great businessman, and you're starting, and still, with all that money, you are doing something great for the world. And it's and now, because of the strong team that I have, information about it can be communicated to everyone. It can reach anyone, because you have a great leader, because you have put in place the great technologies. So this nanokit has no counterparts in the world. This silver product is focuses on water, and water is the source of life. I agree that any analytic, what they're doing on the internet is they don't know anything about arachidonic acid. It's basically a hay. Sorry, is there going to be a question or what? Sorry, I'm building up to that. Could you give me the chance to have live dialogue with the biologists or medical professors? So are you saying that you have a project that you want to present? Because I'm not sure I'm getting right what you're saying. I would like to get feedback from you about the project that you have. Did you send it anywhere, this project? Did you pitch the project anywhere? Yes, twice. The last attempt was I sent it to Zygmunt. So you have sent something? What do you call your project? Microvodas chlorella. What? Microvodas chlorella. I can send it again. Okay, Zygmunt is saying he will find it. If you have sent it to it, okay, I will look into it. But can I have a live dialogue within one of you, a video conference or something? Because I'm confident I will take the lead in your nano kit, that product of mine. See, I'm checking. I don't have enough time per day, and I have a specific system for checking the information that comes in. I have a person who evaluates the scientific potential and financial potential of all ideas that come to us. I mean, I'm not very competent when it comes to that, because I can believe anything. But I have the final say, and I have the final say once I understand that a product works, and I have empirical experience, and I start motivating all the other guys to work. But first, I have to assess it. And I have a person who does that, or I'm just going to do that. But can I have 2 or 3 minutes of your time to talk about it once the conference is over? Can I talk to you for 1 or 3 minutes? See, I'm leaving once we finish here, once we wrap up. Yes, I'm remembering this project. Your project will be analyzed by the NanoKit team. Whoever missing has a team. And he's the one who's assessing all those products, and he's very competent when it comes to that. So he can say that something is a top product, should be a top product, or that something is bull crap, and then if it's a top product that we're talking to, we will get started on it. We will. Sorry, I can't hear you well. So we have found your project, we have your contact details, and Ramis will get in touch with you. Very silly question, but anyways. Why use marginal trading? And on American markets, there is a considerable imbalance. Sorry, what's the question? Can you face the risk of the American market crashing? Yes, and I will be even glad that if it crashes, because I will make a shitload of money off of that, because we'll make much more money off of drops, because drops are sharp and growth is slow. We had an example last year when all markets crashed. You know, like we made tons of money. We've never made as much as we did last year. You know, we made like 30% per day is what we made. Another question. How do you keep your money in cryptocurrencies, or there is something else? When Dow Jones fell by 10% and Bitcoin then fell by 20%, then Elon Musk joined and bought lots of Bitcoins. So my question is, you do know that cryptocurrencies can fall. Yes, because we will make money off of that too. So the question is, are we ready to deal with the drop? What are the risks? So the Finiko deposit. I want to know how you store your deposit. I mean, it's not stored in one pot, so to say. It's distributed across a lot of instruments, high-risk instruments. This is our leading model. I mean, we're using lots of instruments, but thank you very much for your question anyways. Hello, Alexander. I'm 58. I spent 35 years working in the far north, and then I was retired, and now I'm like poor, but because of you, I have improved my financial status, thanks to you, so I take a bow. Thank you. Marat, I want to ask you about the card. There is little information about it, and now there is a tendency across Russian banks. They are limiting interbank wiring transfers. You know, when you're buying cipherons in the exchanger, so the limit would be like 1,000, 100,000, 150,000, depending on the bank. I got a card. I got this card. So it's not a question. You could not have gotten our card. Our card is not out there yet. I mean, to the moon bank. I got the to the moon card. So the to the moon bank is no longer our bank. It's weird. No, so what I'm saying is we spent some time working with them, partnered up with those guys, but we discarded this project, and so the Mars token and the bank concept, we discarded them. I mean, when it comes to the moon team. So if you have some questions about that, you should get in touch with the to the moon bank. So the To the Moon Bank will no longer be part of Finiko. Right. It hasn't been part of our system for about 1.5 months. Hello, my name is Yelena. I'm from Chelyabinsk. My question is, how are things going with verifying American citizens, U.S. citizens? Most of them are law-abiding citizens, and when they read the terms and conditions, they see that if you're no longer a U.S. citizen, you cannot join Finiko, and they're deterred, and they have the right to be deterred because they can't work with us now. But when we have other brokerage projects, they will be able to join us through a licensing company. But we have a U.S. citizen, like we have a guy living in the U.S. with a Russian passport, they can join us. No, they have to be outside the States also, even if they hold a Russian passport, because if that is found out, it's not the citizen that will be prosecuted. It is our company that will be prosecuted because of that. Thank you. Larissa from Chelyabinsk. I have no Index 1, but I've sold Index 1 to the first line, to the second line, and the third line. I'm a star 3 partner now, and I have a voucher. So when this voucher is activated, would the 3% referral apply? Sorry? Would the 3% structure rule apply? If it's Index 1 or Index 2, yes, of course. But it will happen once the marketing has been combined. So the marketing combination or unification will give you the chance, and you will be getting your referral rewards. Okay, second question. I have a partner who bought an apartment. Sorry, you have a problem with your mic. We can't hear you. I have a partner who failed to submit his documents for using the Repay Your Debt program, and he was late, 1 day late. What does he have to do? Because now it's blocked. Well, he just has to submit the documents. It will be unblocked automatically. Hello, Kirill from Finiko. You have a great team. You guys are the bomb. I know that you're doing a great job, and the simple product that we get must have taken colossal work, you know. I'm Ruslan from Neftekamsk, and I would like to thank you, and my team would like to thank you. My question. I have 2 contracts for an account. One of them is for the 24th of May, the other is for the 9th of June. The total amount is 1,600,000 rubles. I don't remember the amount in cyphers. The next puzzle. I bought a car on the 16th of March to the tune of 2 million rubles. My question is, can those 2 contracts be put together? I know that it can be because of the general requirements stating otherwise, but maybe there can be an exception. But can those 2 contracts be combined? Yes. How can it be done technically? You have to explain your terms to technical support. If you just want to combine them, yes. And you have to clarify the date when your contract was signed. Did you buy the car after you created the contract? Yes, I bought it on the 16th of March, but I'm getting the money in June. Yes. You can do it today. You can buy the car tomorrow. You can sign it today. You can buy the car tomorrow, and then you can submit your documents. We have that mechanism. It works. Another short question. Maybe it's been brought up before, but anyways. The Finiko Cryptocard, when is it coming out? This year, for sure. See, like I have said, we're working with the first focus group made up of 100 persons. Once it has passed all tests, it will be made available. As for the exact dates, the Russian card will be announced, or sorry, presented in 3 months, and the Euro card offering Union Pay and MasterCard will be available in June this year. Thank you very much for this. May God help you in all undertakings, because your intentions are good. Thank you. Hi, Kirill, Edward, Marat, Anton, Zygmunt. Good evening. Well, good evening to you too. We'll be able to withdraw bitcoins in USDT. Cypherons in USDT, sorry. No. Well, it was available for a while, but it won't be available again. I don't think we'll do it again. You'll be able to withdraw it in FNKs. Second question. When you have partners reaching new stars in your team, I would like to be notified of that in order to understand who does who. To, like, congratulate them. When you have a team of like 500 person, it's useless because you'll get lots of spams. We did a test version of that for Ilgiz, and you were getting like lots of messages. Maybe you could set it from start 8, or set those notifications from start 8. We want to see the utility in that. It would be a cool feature, but once you start getting a kick out of it, once you stop getting kick out of it, you'll be bored with this. You'll be inundated with those messages. Imagine you have lots of people reaching new stars this year. Every day, like 3 or 4 or 5 people. And when you have a small team, each and every person who reaches a new star level. So I don't think there is any point in that. Hello, Maxim Shabanov from Tyumen. Nobody recommended you to me. I found you. It's my best recommendation. I wrapped my head around your company and figured out the markets and the currencies. The only thing that is not clear to me is Cyphron and how it works. Cyphron is a conditional unit that we just thought up of. It just dawned on us. So, like, Cyphron. So we decided to use the word cifra, which means number or figure in Russian, and on, like turn on. So we got Cyphron, or USDT. USDT was the term we introduced for measuring it. So if it's a conditional unit that is equal to USDT, why would you need some conditionality or relativeness here? Because the leading currency here is Bitcoin, because we like it. And the second thing is, we were thinking at that time of creating a Cyphron token, and we wanted to basically get people to get used to Cyphron, to the term Cyphron. So it's like, so you're saying it's a unit of measurement of the investments, or like it measures the expenses you have made in Cyphron, so equal to USDT, but we wanted to connect it to stable coins. I mean, there have been many MLM companies and many relativeness, not MLM companies, but many other companies. And this relativeness has always generated this fine line where these, like where currencies could be printed or could be conveyed in numbers. And I think it could paint a negative, maybe it could paint a negative picture. Do you think so or not? Because USDT is a hard currency. I don't agree because across stock exchanges, USDT is only a number. I mean, these are figures that entail no commitments or obligations. USDT is a digital currency, right? But it gives you no commitments. I think USDT comes with some strings attached because it can be bought back. I mean, there is no major difference. It all comes down to this saying of entrepreneurs. We live in this day and age where you can create a brand within 1 year, create something new, and give it a name, and it will feel like it's been there forever. And we did the same thing, and we liked it. We still get a kick out of it. And also, the cards that you mentioned. Will the products available now be tied to the cards so that you can use the cashback service and the products and invest in the indexes using this card? So basically, you want us to make it possible to withdraw ciphers to the card? Yes. And the other way around, where I could use like rubles once converted to buy some products? Yes. So you top it up with rubles, you convert it to bitcoins, and you wire this bitcoin or these bitcoins anywhere. Will it be like in a one-stop solution, one-stop shop solution, or what? Initially, it will be a separate website with a personal account with conversion options for rubles to cryptocurrencies and the other way around. The application, we'll see about that. Last question. What's this face on the emblem that you have there? I mean, the face on the Finiko logo. What is it? No, this logo, this emblem. I mean, when you are an entrepreneur, when you have lots of ideas and you're trying to give them a graphic representation. And at that time I was working with Vladimir Zhilavsky on his charity project, and we wanted to give a representation to his project. There was this emblem of Mother Nature. It was green, however, and then we got Finiko. We founded Finiko, and this emblem logo migrated to us. So if you want to have a brand, it's not really about the logo, it's about the history behind the logo. You just have to promote it. Thank you. I like it too. Let's keep going. I have a question for Zygmunt about the ONELINKS website. The product video, will it be replaced because this the video that you have there is outdated? Yes, we have recorded it. Now we are splicing it together, and we will put it there. What's the right answer to the code on the Mason Margiela t-shirt? Sorry, it must be some Zygmunt's joke. What is the right answer to the code of the Mason Major t-shirt? You said that nobody answered right to this question. What is the right answer? There is no right answer. I mean, we haven't heard it. I'm not sharing it, and I won't be sharing the CTI. Is there a correct question. I mean, it has not been solved, and the question, the price that we can pay for answering this question is growing. I mean, it was Zygmunt who came up with this, and I've been getting those messages. I mean, Zygmunt is reading everything. Hello, I'm a newbie here. I would like to thank you for the light you shined in my life. I want to wish you good health, and I want to thank the leaders who brought me here. I want to talk to Kirill. This aviation factory, where are you going to build it? You mentioned this airplane aviation in Kazan for agriculture. We have that plant. It's been there for a long time. You know, agriculture is generous losses. I would disagree. I mean, they complain a lot, those farmers, but they're pretty well off, trust me. Where would you like to start your activities? It's not the problem. We'll be starting with the south, but we need some precedents here. What I mean is, it's 200,000 hectares that we want to start with. We'll show you how it looks. And now we're starting a venture exhibition, bringing all of you together, people who have invested, who have made money, and we will have like a big room, like at the Doronuim conference, and like there will be a big lobby with exhibitions of what you can invest in. And this project will also be on display. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I wish you good luck. It will be a standalone project, and I will share all information with you. Hello. Will it be possible to change the email or the login password in personal account? We have answered it. No, you have to get in touch with technical support because these data, which you need for access, is very important. I have a friend who's a medical professional. I told her about the Doronin project. She said silver cations of silver positively charged atoms are beneficial, only those, and there also nanoparticles can accumulate in the liver, which could lead to silver poisoning. Have you looked into that? I didn't get the question, sorry. I didn't hear it. Something about Doronium. I didn't get it. I mean, there have to be experts here on stage who are involved in the manufacturing. It's an important question. You should ask it at the Doronim conference. I'm telling you that it works with me and it works with the people I know. But why answering this, I can lack some things. But I have experts who can share information with you about how it works and why it works. There's lots of webinars available about that. Thank you. Hello. My name is Ilnur from Baku, Azerbaijan. I would like to know, you were in Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan? No, we were in Kyrgyzstan not so long ago. Are you planning to visit Baku? Would you be able to put together 1,000 people? What if I don't? I will provide all the assistance I can. Yes, and this is how you start the talk. So, if you have big intentions and they're serious, then let's talk about it. Azerbaijani citizens, when investing in CTI1, and if they want to withdraw their money, if it's within 40,000 How can it work? You would do the same thing as you would do with $100. Basically, they leave a request for withdrawal, and then they get the amount. Thank you. Also, of course, I need to thank you from everyone who's here. Hello, my name is Edward Lukmanov from Kuchali. My question is this. In Russia, what company represents Finiko legally? Would it be a limited liability company, a sole proprietor? There is no organization like this in Russia. Okay. How do I join the children charity program? I Love Living is an Instagram channel. Send them a message. You will get a questionnaire. You have to fill it in. And based on what you fill in, you will get an answer. Okay, another question. Can a non-commercial organization invest in CTI1 and CTI2 and get dividends? No. Not now, anyways. Because as an organization, you cannot stay to explain to the tax authority what the tax identification number you used to wire bitcoins. Now we're working on a legal entity that will provide you that service so that you can sort it out. Okay, another question. We joined the real estate project on the first date of the month, and we bought it on the fourth date of the month. But do I have to withdraw this money and reinvest it? No, you can't. You have to withdraw it anyway. Okay, thank you. Hi, my name is Regina from Chelyabinsk. I'd like to thank you guys for everything you're doing. I've been hearing here lots of questions that come down to this, basically. We need to have like a written explanation of how the programs work, how the products work. And I think lots of questions have been popping up because there is no information on that in written form. And you'll get that on ONELINKS in the information packages. We're relishing that. Yes, we've been basically keeping you in suspense so that you would get a registration on ONELINKS. It's already available, but you could have found that information like in the slides in the VK. It would make sense, because whenever I'm buying a program, I really want to know, to read something about how it works, instead of like moving between platforms in quest of information. Or you could basically provide a link to how the products works. Okay, we have videos about how the products work, and now you want it to come with text. Or could we provide one link to how a product works, and if you accompanied with a written description, it would, yes, it will simplify things. I understand. I catch your flow. Yes, thank you. Next. They asked me to ask you a question about the criminal case and how it's going. I don't know. Who should I ask? No, you're asking this question, but how? I don't know, because we're busy here working. Okay. CBS ONE. When do you start getting your accruals for your receipts? From the first day No, it is the next day after, on the next day after you upload your first receipt. Okay. Hello, Kirill, Edward, Zygmunt, Anton, Marat. My name is Svetlana. I have a question about fin to fin. Will it have a license where a license is needed? Okay, sorry, I will look into that and I will ask the question again. So your name is ZygmuntZygmuntovich. I didn't think we'd ever hear the question again. We've heard it many times, but yes, it's your real name. Before I hired him, I checked that. Okay, thank you. Next question. How do you protect personal data? Which personal data? With a shield. So there's physical entities, individuals joining your program, and they have to take pictures of their passport. How can we use decryption for that, coding for that? There is nothing new in this IT world. Standard coding and security procedures are still used. So we actually thank all those who attack our website because they make us stronger, but no passport has been stolen yet. Last question. Do all of you have a Finiko ID? Do all of you have a Finiko ID? Do you want my number? No. Yes or no? Yes. Me too, yes, of course. As a person without an ID, can I basically enter the system under your ID? When you don't specify the ID of your invitee, you register under some zero account, and you can basically register under this zero account. And in the hierarchy, where would I be? You would be at zero. It's not how it works. You would be under the company, you would be under the system. So the website would let me in still. If I registered without a referral, no, it would give you this referral link of the zero system. It's not how it works now, but this is what we're working on. Okay. Thank you. But it's a work in progress. Hello, guys. I would like to thank you for your job. And I can't hear your words of gratitude, so can you speak closer to the mic? So I would like to thank you for everything you're doing, and my knees are shaky now. I have a question about Belarus. Say if a partner buys a car in Belarus and there is no cryptocurrency tax, and it won't be introduced until 2023. How do they do it? No tax, okay, but they will have to submit documents confirming that they bought the car. Same thing, like the vehicle registration certificate and all of that. So basically, they will have to provide documents confirming that the car has been bought. And okay, if I have a partner from Italy and Spain, are you going to make information available about the products in their languages, in Spanish and Italian? I think we've talked about it. I mean, you mean the website? Yes. Now we have translated into English. We've found some mistakes where things sounded off. And once we finish English, we will offer all languages that are spoken in the world on the new platform. Thank you. Final question. Let's be honest. Hello, I'm from Tumen. Short question. Would it be possible to organize a meeting between Kirill Doronin and the envoy of Seychelles in Russia? He can come here, or he can meet you in Seychelles. It's possible. Anything's possible. But what are we going to be talking about? Some partnership or what? Obviously, But what is your interest in that? So just a meeting, huh? Okay. Let's do it like this. We have this Zygmunt Plus system where you send messages to him, but he never responds. But I read my messages, but I don't read all of the messages. But you should get in touch with Zygmunt. You should send them a personal message on Telegram. In Telegram, yes. Sorry, Instagram. In Instagram. Okay. It's possible, but we need to see how it'll work. Okay, let's go back to work. Now the marketing part, and Dima is here. Okay, come over here. Hi there. Thank you guys. Thank you guys very much for your attention. Keep up the good work. Now I wanted to talk about business, and it is those people who do business who talk about it the best. So this guy bought a car that had a weird color, but still it's cool. When I was at your workshop, my goal was to join the BMW competition program, and that workshop, I knew one of my plans that when we had that event in April in 2021, I wanted to speak to an audience of 1,500 people, and here I am. All the money invested in self-education pays off five-fold, tenfold, and you need, or sometimes you need to invest more. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye. Hi, I'm Dmitry. Thank you very much for coming here on Sunday. The weather is great today, but you're still here, and so it means you have come here looking for something new. Today we'll be talking about business, how we can make money with Finiko. Not everyone understands that. Lots of you are just clients, but there is other ways of making money that the company offers you. And when you are with MLM, sometimes you can be scared or frightened. Whenever somebody asks you what they do, they kind of try to, they flinch away from answering the question. They equivocate, and they just say that I'm promoting a company, some company. And MLM sounds like a cuss word in Russia. And some CVs say, I'm looking for a job, but don't offer me any MLM or prostitution position. So this marketing came to us in the 1990s, and our mindset wasn't ready to grasp that. And the people and partners back then were really dependent on new clients, so they had to. So they ran around, dollars in their eyes, and pushing their products on everyone, and so everybody turned away from them because they would come to every family meeting or relative meeting of friends in a suit promoting their products. I mean, you've met people like that, and you know who they are. But with Finiko, it's different. Now. This company uses recommendations. Why? Because I think in the 20th century, nobody really uses just ads. Usually people buy from people. I think girls will relate to that, or some guys. Those of you who do nails, I do nails too. Have you ever done nails or gotten your, nails done? After just by stopping by a random saloon, fewer arms, because we always ask our friends where You can get your rims pimped out and all that. We recommend things every day, but when we do it free of cost, we just feel good, and we don't really care sometimes whether the person who we recommended to loves the result or not. But when we get paid for that, sometimes we are like, why would I get paid for that? I'm not so money-centered. But here with Finiko it's different. Most of you who are here, even if you weren't getting marketing rewards, you would still recommend Finiko because of the products, great products that offers. And for Finiko, it's also great in terms of conversion because you don't have to invest much into advertisement because it has this delayed effect. Coca-Cola spends 80% of its profits on adverts, but here the company pays for clients who get information, who are ready to join the products, who come with bitcoins. The company has a few things to offer. We have taken a good look at the company's products. Each comes with a slightly different plan. Let's talk about CTI, CTI2, and CBS ONE. We're starting there because they share a turnover, and I will now try to basically talk to you as newbies, because people who have experience in MLM, they know what structure bonuses are, what referral bonuses are. But however, there's lots of newbies in my structure who used to work for the guy, for the man, and they don't really know it. So it's so what I'm talking about is bonuses for personal recommendations. Say you if you are a CTI1 client, and if you recommend the same product to some guy, you get 5% if that person buys it. And if you have CTI2 and somebody buys CTI2, you also get your 5%. And now we're waiting for the deposits of these to unite, to be combined. Zygmunt promised, however, that they are running tests, and soon we will get a very good product result. So the deposit part of Index 1 and Index 2 will be united, and if you have Index 1, but somebody buys Index 2 or vice versa, you'll get your 5% or your voucher once the marketing plan is combined. CBS ONE also offers you 5% for recommending cashback service. However, you don't have to be a holder of a deposit. I call CBS ONE and the other products business from scratch. Business from scratch. So, if you recommend cashback service, you get 5% from your personal recommendations. So if a person comes with $1,000, you get your $50. Personal sales are also great because you get 5% of in rewards, but referrals, they are kind of centered to you, or only they depend on you because we only have 24 hours per day, and you can't increase that number. So if you're asleep or if you're traveling, you're out of touch, and you're selling nothing, it means you're making nothing. But MLM is good like that because we have structural bonuses that you get when building your own structure. These are our slides showing those stars. We have lots of stars here from 1 to 10, and clap your hands now if you're a star. So stars are all about this, and it's about people who've never dealt with MLM. I mean, if you were in the military, it's your rank. If you had a steady job, it means your position. But if you buy CTI1, CTI2, or some other product from Finiko, it's about your dividends and your percent from personal sales. But when you have passed your internship, so to say, and you're no longer satisfied with your dividends, and you start growing your structure. And some people join Finiko through you and say they in aggregate buy 10,000 cypherons. Here's what happens. Say it's index 2, and you deposited 1,000 cypherons, and your turnover is 10,000 cypherons. In the first line, you get 5% from the 10,000, which adds up to 500 cypherons. And aside from that, you get income from income. Here's what I mean. In MLM companies, people need the reason why they always bend over backwards and run around. They know that they need to maintain their turnover all the time to get the money that they want, that they need. But with Finiko, it's different. So you start, once you get there, you start getting 3% off of the income of your partners. And it can be 12. The index income is 12 to 16%, and you get 3% off of that. So just do the math here. So every $1,000 would bring you 15 to 35, 40 cents per day. So if it's 10,000, it would be 1.5 to $4. Some would say it's a nothing. $4 per day, it's a nothing. 22 business day means $100. It's not much, but basically, while you're doing this, it would be your some extra income to your basic activities. But usually during the first month, people just kind of spend the first month testing the product, and then they invite more people. People start getting their dividends, so to say. They understand that the project works, and the veil over their eyes kind of goes away. They start keeping their eyes peeled for others who might want to join the company. Let's look at the other statuses. It was a landmark for me and a landmark for the other members of people on my team. If you make star 5, it means a lot. It requires a turnover of 100,000 cypherons. At this level, you start making about $100. The reason why it means it's a landmark is because people who had a steady job quit this job. It means about $2,000 per day. And you would have to have your personal deposit of $5,000. So you're making $2,000 to $3,000, and you no longer want to have a steady job making 30 to 40,000 rubles. So you start making better use of your money. In my team, it usually takes 3 to 4 months to make star 5. The total turnover is usually higher because your structure starts working. In 4 to 5 months, somebody gets a car, somebody gets an apartment, somebody's indexes pay off or break even. Somebody has gotten 4 payments for their loan. And the people in your structure start sharing information, and the star 6 usually make not in 4 or 5 months, but to make star 6 you need another 100,000, but the period is about 1 to 2 months after star 5. And this is the interesting part. You see, in line 3, you need a personal. You know that you can't make personal. Your personal sales won't cut it. So you need to have a partner with a big investment portfolio who would be ready to invest $100,000. For example, star 6 requires 3 guys like that. And here you would be making about $200 to $300 per day. Next landmark is star 8 and star 10. At star 8, you have to have a team who know that they are doing business here. There has to be 2 4s and 2 3s. Here, turnover is from $400 to $900 per day. And we have lots of star 10 partners. I think about 300 guys. And here, the income is between $1,500 to $5,000, which is the limit per day, which can grow to 7,500 for every area. It can be 7,500 for CTI1, and the same applies to CTI2, and the same applies to cashback service. No need to get scared, but there is examples like that of people who are making that much money. But even if you reach star 10 in 3 years, 4 to 5 millions per month could be possible, and 2 years of your life could be invested in that, because people are sometimes spend 40 years working the same job for 30 to 40,000 rubles per month, which is what, $500. That's it for the stars. These stars are your basically salary. You won't be getting less than that. Most likely you'll be getting more. And you may start making less when they start withdrawing their indexes, but I've never seen a person who withdrew their whole amount. Out of 100 partners, I only had 3 partners who had to withdraw fully. One girl had 300,000 rubles, and she needed like 4. So basically what she did, she wanted to multiply her income. She got, so she made she joined the index, she made 100,000 in 4 months, and then she withdrew the whole deposit. So your incomes won't be going down, they will be growing up. And now let's talk about bonuses. It's your incomes from the programs, like repay your debt for 35%, which involves the car program, the real estate program, Finiko Life and Finiko Product. It means business from scratch. So you can just recommend these products and get your 5% from each contribution to the company. Say a partner of yours wants to close or pay back mortgage for 20 years, but this person will pay an extra 6 millions because of the bank interest rate, but you can offer them to pay it back in 10 months for 1 million rubles, and you get 150,000 rubles as a referral, and you start getting 1% from the second month. Products here are different. If we're talking cars, or if we're talking apartments, if we're talking products, we get 1% from the second month for 12 months. So a partner can be a holder of a product for 4 months, but you will be still getting in your 1%. Or if someone buys a car, you still get this amount for 12 months. For ZK35, you get 1% off of the payment from the company to the client. So if we're talking mortgage, so if a person pays 1 million and the person will be paying 350,000 per month, we get 3,500 per month for 10 months because this loan is paid back in 10 months. If we're talking life, you know it works for 1 year or 13 months because the first month is the franchise month. So if your partner chooses weekly payments, you get this 1% weekly from the company. If it's once a month, it's once a month. It's the once in 3 months, it's once in 3 months. If it's once a year, then it will be an annual thing for you. And these contracts can be used as a source of generating money, which could exceed or surpass the cash flows from the indexes. If someone chooses a car, so yesterday cars that cost 2 million, so some people are now investing 13 million rubles to buy some cool cars. To wrap up, I would like to tell you that our products are in demand. If you if you look back 1 year in hindsight, we were in a much smaller room. Today we're this Ekaterinburg exhibition because this company is growing and its products are in great demand. And if your relatives, your friends sometimes may learn about Finiko's products, but not from you, from someone else. But remember that because someone else can always come along as someone you know, or like a relative of yours, your family member may become a partner of some other client. But if you want to take their spot before they can, well, get started on Finiko. Okay, that's it for me. I wish for all of you to have good clients.